With so many moving parts and team members all working at once, effective communication can be especially challenging. Between the front of house, back of house, and our guests, breakdowns in communication are bound to happen. In this video, I want to focus on a big reason why this happens. We make assumptions. Our brains do this naturally to be efficient because we receive a lot of information very quickly. It can be useful, but if left unchecked, it can really get us into trouble. I once asked a table to leave because I assumed the manager was serious when he said he wanted to just ask them to leave. Not picking up on his sarcasm, I boldly walk over to the table and let them know that the restaurant closed an hour ago. Yep, I did that. Thankfully, the group of girls were totally chill about it, but it could have turned out very differently. I tell you this embarrassing story to highlight 1, the dangers of assuming things, and 2, why all of us should think twice before using sarcasm. Know your audience. Assumptions happen all the time. A manager thinks they have gone over the special of the day thoroughly enough and then discover Tommy was not paying attention during pre-shift. The chef thinks everyone is on the same page on preparations, and Susie over there is chopping onions when she should be slicing up tomatoes. As a greeter navigates the reservations, she assumes Alan knows what table to take the guests to, because it's written on the paper in his hand. But then Alan goes to another table because he forgot where table 21 was. Awesome. Here's 3 simple ways to escape the pitfall of making assumptions. 1, make sure it's clear. Ask questions if you are uncertain or have any doubts. Even if you are clear, it often pays to double check. There have been numerous times I thought I understood a guest order with many modifications, but when I repeated the order back, they looked at me as if I made it up. Double-checking guest orders has saved me and my guests a lot of frustration. 2, be repetitive. This is especially important for managers and trainers. Repetition is a useful learning tool to help ensure thorough understanding. 3, be an active listener. Don't tune out, even if you think you know what they're going to say. What they're saying may sound like common sense, but common sense is often not common practice. Listen for new information or even to be reminded of something you know but may not be consistently doing. As you can see, making assumptions and thinking we're on the same page is common but can get us into trouble, like asking guests to leave at the end of the night. While we think it's being efficient, jumping to conclusions can also lead to miscommunication and more problems to fix later. 3 powerful ways to steer clear of the pitfall of making assumptions is 1, be sure it's clear by doing a double check. 2, be repetitive in conveying information. And 3, be an active listener even when you're sure you've heard it before. Using these 3 tips will improve your understanding of what others are saying and help to remove communication barriers that can lead to a host of potential problems.